Hello, guys. Welcome to Saturday School. Say hello as you are popping on. I would love to know who's out there hanging live today. Welcome, guys. Say hello. Or I'll start singing, and you don't want that. Super excited today for Saturday School, you guys. As you can see from the title, anyone can start digital marketing with this plan and actually make money. So we're going to dive into it today. Say hello as you're popping on. Super excited. I'm going to start by referencing the thumbnail. All right. Hello, guys. So I'm going to start by actually referencing the thumbnail. All right. So as you can see on the thumbnail, right, or as you saw, right, as you were popping on, is on one side it says newbie, and it had that X'd off, and then on the other side it said, $2,000 a week with a check mark. All right. So we are going to talk about getting started and following a plan. All right. But I want to start off with a little bit of mind shifting. All right. In the way that you think about yourself, the way you think about where it is that you're going, right? All of those good things. All right. So first off, right, if you think you're a newbie, you're going to stay a newbie. This is something that I used to always coach on when I had a lot more coaching clients. Is I always talked about, like, as long as you allow yourself to believe that you are a newbie, even though you might be new to doing something, as long as you keep thinking of yourself like as a newbie, you're never going to break out of that newbie mindset. And so the reason why that's so important, all right, is because what I've discovered, you're working with volumes and volumes of people. And it's like I always say, there definitely is a disparity between those that succeed and win and, achieve their financial goals and build the business that they've had their eyes set on, and those that like perpetually are in a state of trying to figure things out and get things together. And this is one of those areas, right, where I realize, right, like there is always a really big difference. Hello, guys. Manifest with Marnice. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Jessica. And so when I said Warnice, manifest with Arnice. When you think you're a newbie, all right, and feel free to chime in. Like, let's just have a conversation. Y'all know, like, Super Saturdays or Saturday Schools, laid back. I'm really here to teach. I'm here to inspire. I'm here to help you get started. I'm here to help you figure out like what's going on and how to start getting your share, all of those things. All right. So when you think you're a newbie, you literally do stay a newbie. If you always think of yourself as a newbie, there is no definitive moment that you decide to like wake up and snap out of it and say, wait a second, I'm not a newbie. The reason why this is so important is because typically, all right, newbies make excuses for everything. Okay, I'm just telling you the way that I see it, working with volumes of people over the years. All right. Newbies typically make excuses for everything. All right. Why they can't learn something, why something is broke, why things are not going their way, like just excuse after excuse after excuse. All right. Every reason is a reason not to make progress. Like there's always a reason why they can't make progress. Again, when you stay stuck as a newbie, it's kind of like you have that mentality of, but I'm a baby, right? Like if you remember being a little kid or if you've had kids, right? And they like, but I'm a baby, but I'm only 5, right? But I'm only 2. You keep that newbie mindset, right? That's what you keep saying, but I'm X years old, or, but I'm a baby boomer, but I've never learned the tech. But there's always a reason for not progressing, right? Everything is problematic and a reason to stop or neg out, right? Like everything is problematic. Nothing goes your way. The tech is broken. Payment processor is this, and the login is this, and I can't remember my passcode, and office hours or community calls are not at a time when I can hop on. Like literally everything is problematic. And again, that just goes back to because you're just expecting everything to be so easy. Like you're expecting there to be no hiccups, and also sees the result for everyone but themselves. All right. So those that typically always see themselves as a newbie, it's because they're sitting back and they're seeing like everyone else can have success. Everyone else is doing it. Everyone else can figure it out. Like everyone else can make progress, right? But I just simply cannot. Well, of course you cannot, because you keep seeing it that way and you keep telling yourself that. All right. the best thing you can do is to begin seeing yourself, right, again, as the entrepreneur that you desire to be. All right. So instead of seeing ourselves as a newbie, just like my thumbnail said, right, what about we see ourselves as a person that earns $2,000 a week? Now, how is that person different, right? How is that person different? All right. Number one, they're driven by the outcome. All right. So whereas the newbie, right, the newbie mindset, they typically make excuses for everything. And oftentimes, you guys, it's funny because people think they're just wired that way. No, boo-boo, you're not just wired that way. You're choosing to be that way. You're choosing, right, to almost play the victim. We can't play the victim and then be empowered, right, by these bigger financial outcomes that we desire. We can't play the victim and expect to run a business that literally only calls in customers and clients and buyers because we're empowered to do the work to call them in. The two don't go hand in hand. So there's always going to be that struggle, right? If you're the person that's the newbie, that's the victim, that's the excuse maker, the sky's always falling, right? You got to decide to show up and start acting as if. So if you begin to think like a $2,000 a week earner, literally like you will become that. All right. So this person is driven by the outcome, right? Like they're driven by the possibility of going from where they are right now, even if that's, Steph, I just purchased the course, right? Like I just started getting started, or I just jumped online and I saw people that inspired me and I see myself just like they see themselves. Like literally you see no difference. Y'all, that was me in 2007. I didn't see a difference between me wanting to get started and being inspired by those that were already making money. Again, like I shared last live stream, I was like, why not me too? I didn't see a difference, right? I was like, if they can do it and I'm willing to do what they do, then I can do it too. All right. They also have the I must mindset. Write that down, y'all. The I must mindset. I must figure it out. I must find a way. I must get the money, right? I must start doing videos. I must start my marketing, right? I must find time every single day to dive into the training and to begin learning these skills. Like it's the mindset of I must, right? Again, versus, right, always having a reason not to, right? I work 8 hours and out of all the other hours of my day, I can't find an hour or two, right, to log in and learn. I can't find an hour or two, right, to get in a video. I can't find an hour or two to get in my reels or to get in my marketing, right? Like that mindset again. And the newbie mindset is like, they're very typical of like, I'm planning to plan. I'm constantly getting things together. All right. At some point, like you just got to decide, no, I'm not new. And you guys, for some of y'all, like it might strike a chord. Believe it or not, over the years when I've coached people and I've talked about this, they were like, I never realized that's what I was doing. And it's not a thing where you should feel like, oh my gosh, Steph's talking about me. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you're operating your business. I only know those that I work with, and those that actually I work with one-on-one are very much so driven by the outcome. Right? Like that's why they elect to work with me closer, because they are so driven by the outcome and they want a shorter path. Like they want to get there. So don't think I'm picking on you, but I'm telling you, like sharing this with people I've coached, it's made a world of difference, because oftentimes they didn't realize like that this was holding them back, and that there really is a big difference between the way people that are going to make it happen and those that are constantly making excuses. They really do just see things differently. All right. The person with a $2,000 a week mindset, right, understands everything is figureoutable. Everything. Like they're going to figure out everything. It's like they have very, very little question, because, and if they have questions, it's not doubting or questioning their ability, or doubting or questioning whether or not it can be real for them. Right. But they do understand that if I can't figure it out, like if it's not there, I'm going to figure it out. Like use this as an example. So in our course, right, I teach the YouTube training, and honestly, I can't even remember what I taught. Like I couldn't remember if I taught how to create thumbnails or how to actually get your YouTube channel set up from scratch. And I remember someone, they were having a struggle with getting their YouTube channel set up. And I remember I went to Veronica. I remember this so vividly, right? I went to Veronica and I said, Veronica, like I know when you found me and you purchased the course, like as soon as you were set up, like after 3 weeks, right, of being in the course, you instantly got out there and you started shooting videos. And that was before we actually even had YouTube training in the course. So that's, again, how far some of my customers go. We didn't have YouTube training at that time, right? And I said, so how did you learn how to get your YouTube channel set up? Because I know I didn't teach her, right? I just empowered them to get out there and like, let's start talking to people. And she said, she's so funny. She said, I don't know. She said, I think I might have YouTubed it. Like I might have just looked it up. Isn't that funny? Like when someone doesn't see it as like being a challenge or problematic, it's just like, well, Steph said I got to start doing videos. So I guess that means I got to have a channel. And one way or another, she like figured out how to create a channel. And it's so funny to me that I was like, how did you even do that being brand spanking new? But again, because someone that has the mindset of I must, right? Someone that has the mindset of being driven by the outcome, everything is figure outable. All right. The person that's driven this way also creates the perfect conditions, right? So again, where the person that's always like, I'm a newbie, I can't figure things out, right? They see the negative side and they're always looking for perfect conditions. Y'all, hear me on this, right? That mindset, right? Of again, I'm new, I can't figure it out. Why can't it be easier? They're looking for perfect conditions. Like they're looking for there to be no hiccups, like just everything being hunky-dory. Where the person that's driven by the outcome, right? They create the perfect condition. Y'all, do you think every single day in my business, everything goes as planned? I had a huge hiccup last night with my funnel and I was trying to help someone make a payment and I had to keep going back to my funnel like probably 10 times. I was trying to sit down and watch a show, but I was also committed to helping this person. Right. And they kept saying, no, that's not working. I'm like, what's going on? Well, it ended up being there's a glitch in my funnel. One little page on just one funnel. I can do it on any other funnel, but that one funnel, there was a glitch. I can't figure it out. So I just sent the support ticket in. Right. But I'm like, we're going to still make it happen. And guess what? I found a workaround, made it happen. And I was able to still help her in getting started. Right. So like the person that just has the mindset of like, we're going to do this thing. Everything is figure outable and they create their perfect conditions, right? At worst, it's just a snafu. Like it's just something very temporary. It's just in my way for a moment. It's like what I told myself when I first got started in 2007. I'm making this my new way of life. It doesn't matter what I have to learn. It doesn't matter what I have to overcome. It doesn't matter what obstacles I have to get around. Right? Like it just doesn't matter. I'm going to make this my new way of life. And I always joke and say, it's funny that I said that because clearly over my 17 years, I've experienced a lot, right? Like I've experienced companies shutting down and I was earning six figures with them, company owners dying, right? And the company closed up shop because he was a one-man show and I was earning really good money with that, right? Using my brand and my energy to help companies launch that never decided to launch. Like I've been through a lot over these 17 years, but I still stand strong because again, my mind back in 2007 on day number one was I wasn't trying this. I wasn't dipping my toe in the water. I didn't see myself as a newbie. I didn't wonder if this was going to work. I knew this was going to be my new way of life. And literally it did not matter what I had to endure to make it so. Right? Like just kind of like check yourself for a minute and say, is that the mindset? Like I'm approaching all of this under, or am I looking for everything to be perfect? Like, am I looking for things to work for me versus me working for things? Again, we could throw that in there as well, right? Like literally when people are like, Steph, like, will this course work for me? I almost don't want to reply. Because I already know the mindset, right, of the person asking that question. Like they really believe like their outcome is based upon a course or a thing or an entity. They don't realize that it's information. And what you decide to do with the information, right, is what you decide to do with the information. It's you having to go to work for yourself and deciding to make things happen. All right. And then again, right, this person right here, that's outcome driven. That's like, I'm not a newbie. Like, girl, I'm a whole $2,000 a week earner. And that's for starters, right? Is they have the why not me to attitude. Like they just refuse to lose and they have the why not me to attitude. All right, you guys, so important. Like when you're going into all of this, because you know, I'm going to break down the steps. I'm going to talk about exactly how to get started, right? Like what are the steps that we have to follow to get started? And today I'm going to actually talk about how Digital Profits U, our course, our community, our mentorship, right, helps you in putting it all together so that you don't have to just write down the steps and then trying to figure out like, well, now how am I going to learn all these things, or how am I going to figure out all these things, right? I'm not only going to tell you exactly what it takes, but I'm also going to let you know how our community, right, can help you every step of the way, no matter where you are right now on your journey. All right. So y'all tell me who's here for that, right? Who's here for that? Our niece says, gems. Yes. Veronica said, I found a way. Exactly. She's like, I found a way. And that's not the first time, right? Again, I work with Veronica one-on-one. So there are so many times where she'll message me and ask me something, and I don't get back to her until like maybe later in the day. And she'll be like, oh, I figured it out. Or she'll do something. Like, she's the classic person where she will just do, and she'll ask for forgiveness or whatever later. Like, she'll just be, if I did it wrong, then oh well, but it's always okay, right? But again, she's always going to err on the side of like, I'm just going to do, right? Because we'll figure it out. And I'll give you another example around that. So like for YouTube, right? I got to a place in my business where I realized doing YouTube shorts didn't serve my business. It might have even hurt it. So I stopped doing shorts, right? And Veronica made her mind up, like, this month is her month. Like, she just made her mind up. This is her month. And she messaged me and she said, she's like, basically, I don't know like how it's going to turn out or what impact it's going to have. She's like, but as part of my plan, like, I'm just going to start doing shorts again. And I'm like, yes, girl, yes. And I told her, I said, that's fantastic. I said, because where you are on your YouTube journey, where I am, two different places, and all you want to be focused on is exposure. Right? You do all that. You get the exposure. You do the shorts. You stick to your 2 or 3 videos a week and your community posts. We will look at the data and we'll figure out what's working, what's not working. But yes, again, focus on the right thing. She didn't sit there and mull things over, like wondering, is it going to work for me? And no, she was like, I need more exposure. So I'm going to do what I can control to get more exposure. And then guess what? It's all figureoutable. We'll then sit down, right? We'll look at her analytics and we'll figure out if it's working, not working, what to do next, all the things. Y'all, is this helping? Like, do you see why I say things like we don't sell a course just to sell a course, or we don't sell a course just to resell it? Like, these are all the things you learn and begin to understand about being a professional digital marketer, right? Like, digital marketing is not just this term that people pop up online and started leveraging. Digital marketing is a whole like profession that you get to learn and set yourself up to go on to earn 6 figures a year or more if you want to, right? $10,000 a month if you want to, right? That's what this is all about. All right. And so today I'm going to break down the steps. I'm going to help you again understand what the steps are. We always talk about the steps. Y'all, and the good news for anyone that's like, Steph, you always say the same thing. First off, my community will never say that because they understand why I say the same thing over and over and over again. But if you're out there and maybe like you are someone just trying to glean to free information to help you on this journey, it's not new information that you need. If you have found my channel, all right, my confidence is you already have what you need. If you have found my channel and you've even watched just one of my videos, I know for certain, based upon my content, you literally have what you need to know what to do. All right. If you're looking for frills and extra, it's because, again, you're looking for things to be easier and you're not deciding to get better yourself. That's what it takes. So the reason I always share the exact steps, maybe just in a different way, is because these are the steps that good month or bad month, I'm going to do 5 figures a month or more, right? Good month or bad month, I'm going to do $10,000 a month or more because these are the steps that I follow. So why would I teach you anything contrary? Why would I just go live to entertain and make up things? I'm going to keep repeating these because even people within my community will say, Steph, I know you've said this like a gazillion times, but it just hit me. I know you said this over and over, but I'm just finally understanding it. And if I show up every single week and I have something different to break down to you, now to you, success seems hard. Success seems like, oh my gosh, I have to learn every time I thought I had it, right? Steph throws a monkey wrench in it and she says, now you got to do that. You guys, do you realize that's what's happening all around you? Do you realize if you open your emails on a daily basis, that's what you're getting every day? Or I have a whole piece of content that I want to create about, I just had to start unsubscribing because believe it or not, the marketers out there will keep you confused. if you're being met with new emails all the time about, oh, now we have this program to offer you, and now I'm doing this thing, and now, good luck having some sense of sanity, and good luck like knowing what to do, right? Like they are intentionally keeping you confused. Or what I do, I intentionally am in your face about why you should buy this course. If you're on my email list and you watch my videos, I am intentionally in your face about why you need to buy this course. And I haven't tried to sell you anything different because I know this course is the real deal. So I'm telling you, if you really pay attention to what's going on out there, right, you're either being led astray, right, or you're trying to be hooked up. And sometimes when you're trying to be hooked up, you're like, but that just seems too boring, right? That just seems, she keeps saying the same thing. I'm not learning anything. You are learning. You're just resistant to it, right? And you're more turned on by the shiny object. Now, I just dropped the whole bomb right there. Oh, you are learning. You're just resistant, right, to learning what it takes. And you're more turned on by, right? Oh, if I just buy something new, join something new, right, then all my money-making dreams of online will come true. And what I can tell you with certainty, that is just not the case. Okay? I've only been online 17 years successfully, right? Because why? Because I've experienced all of those things for myself. Before I like really understood, at least I thought I understood, right? My husband used to always say, like, what's the business of the month, babe? Right? What's the flavor of the month? Because I was always hopping around. I was always adding things, right? Shiny object syndrome. I just so happened to have been one of those people. I could have shiny object syndrome and I could go out there and make a boatload of money. Why? Why? Because I knew digital marketing. I knew how to market. I knew how to grow a list. I knew how to grow an audience. I knew how to command attention. I knew how to do all the things that I share with you guys to do. Now I make a lot more money, right? Way more consistently because I still know how to do all those things, right? But I've learned how to build a real business, right? I've learned how to really be focused. So I really hope a lot of what I share with you, it is rubbing off, that you are getting it. And or if you're kind of here for one of the first times trying to figure out like how to get started and what to do, like I hope that you're just beginning to glean from all of this and realize that at some point you've got to make the decision to settle the heck down, right? I used to always say this: sit your booty still, decide to learn, and decide to take action, right? That is what this is all about, right? So who's here for it? I love it. Nay says, yes, I've been unsubscribing. Yes, and leaving groups to be more laser focused. I do it all the time. I'm like, just when I thought I liked this person, every week they're throwing at me a new opportunity. Like, no. Right? Repetition is the mother of learning. Yes. I try not to focus on the money and more on the clients I will be helping out, right? I do need to switch it up. Exactly. Outcome driven, right? So like while we're outcome driven, right? We're driven by the outcome because we know that the more people we get to help, the more money that we're going to make, right? So it all does work hand in hand, right? Again, how you're driven, why you're doing it, the motive behind it, like all of that makes a difference. And again, right? Like that's why Nay, I'll pronounce your name wrong, right? That's why she's in the course. That's why she's in the community, right? It's because she realizes, right, she needs to step things up. She needs to understand some things, right? I can't coach or mentor people through a live chat or even through email, right? That's why we give you access every single week to a place, right? Not a chat forum, right? Where your question could get buried, or you could just have someone trying to sell you something, but you get to show up and sit front and center and ask your question and get guidance, get feedback, get what you need so you can go on and run your business like a responsible grown adult. All right, y'all, that's what this is all about. All right, that's what this is all about. All right, so grab your notebook and grab your pens, right? If you know, you already know, you likely already have them. All right. If I get the roadmap from you, excuse me, something just popped up on my screen. This drives me nuts. Does your version also update this month? So if you purchase the roadmap through me, my version, there's no update. If you purchase through me, you will have the opportunity to be grandfathered into the exclusive program if you want. All right. My community is MRR. So when I transitioned into my own community, right? I housed the course. I invested extra money to license additional modules that I couldn't take from their program. So anyone can attest, right? Veronica's here, right? She was in the old system with me and now she's in my community. You get everything, right? And I have new modules that are coming as well. But when you purchase now, yes, you have the opportunity to also be grandfathered into the exclusive program that Zach and Hannah are moving into. All right. So for anyone that might have been out there that knows about the roadmap, Zach and Hannah, right? Like love them. They just decided to transition and move from MRR to an affiliate model. So August 15th, anyone that has purchased the roadmap, right, you have the opportunity to be grandfathered into their new program if you want to. All right. I did what I did because our community, like we're here for the MRR. We're here for the 100% profit, right? And so I rebuilt this community so that first off, I could still have this for myself because I'm unavailable for affiliate cuts. That's just me. All right. And I built it so that my people, my customers, my community would have a duplicatable sales system and deliverability system as well. So I hope that answers your question. So yes, if you purchase, you'll still be able to get access to their exclusive program. And here's the thing. I'm telling everybody, you better get access to their exclusive program because their training is top notch. And I know they're going to be redoing part of their training. A lot of it's going to remain true to what they taught in the roadmap. Why? Can we talk about that for a second, y'all? Why is a lot of their training in the exclusive program going to remain true to what they taught in the roadmap 3.0? Because it's solid, because it teaches the fundamentals, because it's the real deal, right? They're just going to have more of a face forward brand, meaning they're going to be showing their face, right? Because in one of their own personal digital products, they really enjoyed teaching that way because just like how I show up live, they felt more like they were having a conversation versus teaching behind a PowerPoint slide. That's always been my style of teaching as well. When I throw a PowerPoint slide, I lose all my senses. I'm like, I'm in the dark. Who am I talking to? But so that's the style they're going to be going to within the exclusive. So like, why would you not want to still glean from all the goodness that's going to go on over there, right? So if anyone's like curious, yes, get grandfathered in. Yes, make sure when they send out those updates that you are first in line to take action and get it. Now, will I be promoting it? No, right? I've got to be in control of my money from start to finish. And that's what MRR, right, gives us the ability to do, right? So when I say that I make sleep money, I'm talking about when people purchase and I'm sleeping, right? That's 100% of the money going instantly into my bank account, minus merchant fees. I don't wait for my money and I'm unavailable at the age of 50 to wait for anyone to pay me as my primary source of income, all right? I do affiliate marketing on the back end of my business, right? But my main income, right? No, 5 figures a month I need to be in control of, right? Unavailable for that. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me, right? But yes, for sure, take advantage of it. All right, I hope that answers your question, the Outliers Dream. So Veronica says we get the course, training with Steph, and yes, exactly. Support. All right, you guys. So a couple more things. I forgot I had these notes as well. All right. So I said all of what I said earlier because we have to start believing what is possible and not what is guaranteed for you. You have to like forget the word guaranteed because to be quite honest, like you're really the only one that can guarantee anything. Like you are the only one that can guarantee anything. And guarantee is a lottery mentality. Like guarantee is like, oh, I will purchase if you guarantee, right? I'll make X, Y, Z. Well, first off, then I'm just not going to make the sale because I'm not going to guarantee you anything. I don't know your work ethic. I don't know if you're going to purchase, never log in, don't learn, don't take action, get started, drop out. I don't know those things. How can anyone make you a guarantee? What I can guarantee you is that this course, right, will teach you everything you need to know to learn digital marketing and to get set up for online business success. So yes, have people not purchased from me because I wouldn't give them a guarantee? Absolutely. But my business is better by them not purchasing from me because they would be headaches anyways, right? A guarantee, anyone with that kind of mindset, like again, you might as well just play the lottery because you're looking for a guarantee, right? But how are you requiring more of yourself? You don't want a guarantee. You want an opportunity. right? If you want a guarantee, then just keep working a job, and there's nothing wrong with that. Or a job pretty much guarantees that you do the hours, you get the paycheck. Nothing wrong with that, right? An opportunity is like, I don't like what I'm earning on the job. I want to earn 6 figures. I want to earn $500,000. Like, I at least want the opportunity to know I can take the ceiling off my income, and I know work's going to be required. Give me that. Like, give me that opportunity. That's what always turned me on about entrepreneurship. That's why I love the make money online space. It screams opportunity. All right. So knowing what is possible equals the why not me too mentality. It's the hunger mentality. How many of you guys out there are like hungry? Like, you're hungry because you see what's happening for other people, right? Like, you're not worried about, matter of fact, a guarantee to you sounds scary. A guarantee for you actually sounds risky. Because if you can guarantee me something there likely is a ceiling, I don't want there to be any ceiling, right? I want to know that if I want to make $1 million a month, that the possibility is there. I just got to figure it out. I don't want a guarantee of success, right? I want the opportunity and allow me to lock in and guarantee myself the success that I desire. All right. So again, today we're going to talk about the steps and how to get started, right? And how to leverage Digital Profits You, this amazing roadmap course, and all the support that's here for you, right? To help you every step of the way. All right. So you guys, I see another t-shirt coming along. I got to take action on all these t-shirt ideas I have, right? We're moving beyond the course. Can someone type in the live chat? We're moving beyond the course. This is so much bigger than buying a course. Our community, Digital Profits You, so much bigger than buying a course, right? Those of you that know, you know. And if you're on the outside, you likely do know as well, right? But this is so much bigger than buying a course. You get so much to help you on this journey, so much to support you on this journey. You guys, I get the emails almost every single day from community members, right? That says a lot. All right. So I just want to talk about some important money drivers because I think it's important to know what you are a part of. Yes, we're moving beyond the course. Yes, 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 yes. All right, you guys, right now, this is the big money driver for me when it comes to stats. And I'm only going to share one with you today. This is so, when I discovered this, I was like, what? According to Forbes, the digital goods market is expected to grow from 54 billion to 74 billion by 2025. I'm going to stop right there for a moment. Y'all, when I discovered this, all I could think about was there's this one person that has kept popping up in my comments, like in my videos and in my community posts saying, people buy digital products. Yeah. Have you never bought an ebook? Have you never bought a course? Have you never bought some lessons? You've never bought a digital download? Y'all, the digital goods market is already at 54 billion. It's expected to grow and expand to 74 billion. Somebody's buying digital goods, right? Somebody's buying ebooks and courses and lessons and workshops and masterminds. Someone's buying them. Right? Digital goods and services are also becoming a larger part of consumers' discretionary spending. Y'all. So again, selling digital products, not on trial. It's not something we're testing. It's not something we're dipping our toe in the water over. Forbes is telling us where the money is. When we know how consumers are spending their money, why should we doubt whether or not it's good to venture there as a reseller, right, in that space? And when I say reseller, I just mean you're selling anything. Why would we dare to question it? Their spending on digital goods is representing an estimated 2.9% of their total wallet. 2.9% of consumers' total wallet. You guys, I mean, we already know. Like, we already know. And what I love about this is that anyone can get started with digital products. Anyone can decide to set up a consulting offer and share their expertise around something they know that costs you virtually nothing. And all you got to do is go out there, begin doing the marketing and begin calling in people that want a consultant that specializes in something specific. I shared this before, right? My consulting offers, people would pay me directly from my YouTube channel. They would pay $100 right? I think I topped out at 120 or 111, no, 149 for discovery calls, y'all. People would watch my channel, my videos, and they would go book a discovery call for a minimum of $100 to spend 40 minutes with me. People would watch my videos and then click a link and go invest $300 for an hour of my time for a power call, right? My girl, Jessica, I don't know if she's still out there, right? In the real estate space, okay? Can we move beyond digital products? In the real estate space, she does power calls. People book power calls with her directly from her Facebook. I've seen her post. So I'm just telling you guys, whether it's digital products, digital services, that people are in fact out there spending money. All right, because they want problems solved. They're looking for stuff. And when they find someone that has the answers and are willing to help them, they'll invest the money. And guess what? A portion of this could be going to you. Someone type this in. You only need like a percentage of it. We only need a share. That's why I say getting our share. We only need a share. Like, can I just get a little cut of that 74 billion? You can, right? If you decide to learn these things, you can get your cut. You can get your share. You can command the amount of money that you want. That's the exciting thing. All right. So here we go. Let's talk about the steps. Someone say steps. Here we go. Right? Jessica's here. Show you right. Am I lying, Jessica? Right. You book power calls. Right? People want to talk to you directly from social. No, and it's no wonder she does power calls. Jessica's been rocking with me for like 3 years now. Right? It's no wonder she does that. All right, you guys. So the very first step, actually, let me bring up the course as well because I wanted to go through this as we are, so I can reference. All right, here we go. Just a share. I claim it. That's it. Just a share. All right, guys. Very, very first step, all right, is that you have to decide that you're going to learn to be a student, right? I could use my girl, Jessica, right? She is a student of real estate. I see the things that she does and where she goes and what she has been committed to her craft. She's been committed to her craft, right? I've been here 17 years because I've been committed to my craft. It's never been about I'm here for one program or I'm here to try something out. And if it fails me, well, then whoop, there I go. No, I've been committed to my craft of digital marketing mastery. All right. That's the first thing that you've got to do. All right. And I emphasize this all the time. This is why I'm like so ride or die for what we have going on within Digital Profits U and why all of this time, right, I've been so persistent with selling this course is because it's going to help you solve this issue right here of being a student in an organized way. You have a place to log in every day. Another one of my newer customers who I'm now working with one-on-one as well, right? She works full time. She has a little kid. She has a husband. And she's like, yeah, an hour or two a day is what I've committed to my business. So every day she takes an hour or two, right? Consisting of training and consisting of marketing. How would you feel knowing that every day you have a place to log in and to begin learning if you're brand new, to begin honing if you are trying to like brush up and get better, and to begin mastering? Like everything you need to know about your digital marketing journey and making money online and getting set up and all those things, it's in one organized place. So that's the value in investing right into education like this. A lot of times people are like, oh, it's just a course. No, it's not just a course. It saves you time. It saves you energy. There is confidence when you know that you're learning from people that have walked the walk and they know what they're talking about and they're guiding you. It's just like going to school, going to a university. You have confidence in your classes because you're like, I'm being taught by a professor. I'm being taught by someone that knows this, right? You're not just out there trying to wing it, okay? There are a lot of people out there on the struggle bus that really do think they're going to YouTube University their way to success. And even with that, I have so many of my customers that said, Steph, I invested because I was tired, right? Of trying to figure out who was telling the truth. And I wanted a simple way to learn. So your very, very first step is that you've got to decide, right, that you are going to be a student of this space if you want to excel in making money online. Because anyone that's been around for any length of time, right, will tell you that it's not one and done. You don't just listen to a module one time and you're like, oh, I got it, right? Like it's a work in progress, right? What do I always say, right? People that work with me, what do I always say? Just focus on 1% better. Right? We get 1% better because we're knowing and learning what to do. We take action, but we're not taking action on everything that we learn. So at some point you go back to what you were learning from and you decide to add on things that you didn't include the first time, right? Like it's not like a water hose to the face. It's literally taking action and knowing that you have training to go back to, right? So that you really begin to hone your craft. All right. So, and I've been saying this a lot, I'm gonna keep saying this. Great leaders, they're synonymous with what they do, right? Like I am digital marketing. I have a lot of passions. This is what I love. I love making money online. I love guiding people, leading people, inspiring people. I love talking about this. I love reading it. I love stats on it, right? I love every bit about this industry. I am really synonymous with this, right? And so it makes it easy to be a student. And I know that I know for a fact there's no way I could give up or quit because it's what I do. It's who I am. Right? So you've got to decide that I don't care how you want to make money online. You really do have to decide that you're going to be here to be a student and that you're not looking for an easy way out, right? That you're looking for a way to really learn this so you can get your share. And again, what I love about our Digital Profits U community, right, is that we hook you up with everything that you need. And I'll talk about that later. But literally, you have the space to be a student and to learn and have confidence in your learning. And you have a space to be supported on your journey as well, right? That's important. Not by someone that's new to this, but by someone that's so doggone true to this, 17 years, right? I promise you I know my stuff and I promise you I can guide you. I can help you. I can help you figure things out, right? I can help you get this, all right? The second thing, okay? Once you learn, so as you begin to learn, all right, you're then going to decide upon an initial path. So many people struggle. Like you might not understand the significance in these, so I will share some things with you on this. The reason this is so important is that so many people put the cart before the horse and they join these money-making vehicles. Let me know if you've ever been there before, right? Like they join these things that are designed to help them make money, but those things are not teaching them how to make money. So literally they don't have a path. They're just purchasing something or joining something, hoping that because everyone else is doing it, that they can do it too and make money from it, right? Not realize, no, choose a path, decide how you want to begin navigating this making money online journey, this digital marketing journey, this digital business journey. How do you want to navigate it? Because how can you be a leader in this space? How can you be someone that's sought after? How can you begin to build a brand? How can people know when they find you that you're their person and you have what they want if you don't even know your direction, right? So clarity and then alignment and knowing that everything that you do, it's supporting the direction that you want to go in your business, right? So like, as I look at the course, the very first thing you're going to dive into is a welcome section. It's going to acclimate you to everything that's ahead for you. It's going to help you process how to go through the information. Y'all, there are so many people that are like, Steph, when you added that, it helped me make sense of everything. Or they were like, I wish I would have had that welcome section. And when I first dove into it, right before it was on my platform, right? Because it's like, I get to tell them, hey, look out for this. Like I'm warning you when you get here. So it's like they already know. But then when you start diving into the actual core course, you're learning about digital marketing, right? Digital entrepreneurialism. The next module, right, which is 8 lessons, you're learning how to establish your niche. That's going to help you with your direction. There are so many people, you guys, that again, they buy things to make money, but they never thought of who's going to buy this from you and why are they going to buy it from you? Do you even know what they want? Or are you just assuming if it's a deal that can make money, that everybody out there wants to make money? But if you're saying and showing up the same way as everybody else, right? How does anyone have the opportunity to feel like, wow, like that person knows, like that person understands me? I feel confident buying from them because they know what I want and they're speaking to that. Right? Like all of that goes into knowing the direction that you want to take your business. All right. So even with establishing your path, right, your initial path, you can think about things as you're going through the course, like, do I actually want to resell this trade? Because we do give you a license to resell it as your own and to be able to earn 100% profits. As you go through it, or you're like, you know what, more people need this. Like, I would love to resell this and take an easier approach to getting my business started, right? Because I'm understanding the stats. I'm understanding where digital entrepreneurialism is going. I know whenever there's problems out there in a lot of the sales industries, like real estate, like car sales, right? A lot of the industries historically go through things. And when they're going through things and their money gets funny, where do you think they go? Not back to college. They come to the internet looking for a way to develop new skills. And so many of the skills they're looking to develop, right, are around digital marketing, digital entrepreneurialism, how they can leverage the internet to help them in either selling their expertise or making money some kind of way. So as you're going through even the initial modules, you're like, I can see myself selling this to people because the people are out there failing because they don't have this, right? Or maybe as you begin to go through it, you're like, I have so much knowledge that I can turn into a business, right? Or I've had this business on my heart, but I just never knew how to go out there and begin using the internet to help me sell it. So as you're beginning to go through the course, believe me, like you're going to have so much space and opportunity to really begin to think on like your individual path and the way that you want to begin navigating this. Y'all write this down. The reason why just that step alone will save you so much time, energy, and money is because when you do know what it is that you want, it's easier to recognize the people, the resources, and the tools that are in alignment with helping you get it. So when you come online and you're like, I want to make money, and people are throwing money-making opportunities at you, everything sounds good because, oh, I can make $500 a day, or I can make $900 a day, or I can make $2,000 a day. So what you're doing is you're buying into, right, the vision of where the business can take you, which is not a problem. But when you invest, let's say $2,000 into a biz app, and because you don't learn the skills and you don't really understand what this is all about, and so then that business fails you, right? That business fails you. And then now someone's like, you can make $900 a day, or you can make $500 a day, or you can make $100 a day. You're like, oh, well, that makes so much more sense. Let me do that thing instead. So because you don't have a direction, right? You're just like following, right? Again, the money. When you have a direction, you can lock in. And you can allow everything you do to back that direction you want to go in. Let me know if this is making sense. That's why so many of us have made so many bad decisions online when it comes to investing into things, because so many of us have just been so turned on by the money possibility, what can be made, right? And not what's required. I'm telling you, we need more people that are breaking down the knowledge like this out there. And that's what Digital Profits U, this community, is about to me, right? Is helping more people, like, again, rise up and not just sell stuff, but really help people, because people out there really, really do need help, whether it's something you want to sell that has nothing to do with making money online, or whether you want to resell this course. We need leaders out there that are really down for helping people and getting the results that they desire. All right. So as you begin to go through, right, you want to begin feeling really good about, again, your path. When I work with some of my customers one-on-one, one of the first questions I ask them is like, what's your path, right? Are you wanting to resell this course as your own? Or do you already have a business idea that you want to run with? Because how can I effectively help them and help them navigate the course, right, and their decisions if I don't know what direction they want to go in? And I think because I talk about it so much in my content, when we do begin to work together, they already know like how to answer that question for themselves, because they've known, right, to give it thought. All right. Number 3. All right. Once you decide like that's the path I want to go in, right? I want to create my own digital product or my own digital offer around this knowledge base, right? Or I want to resell the course to help other people who want to make money online, because I recognize, there's so much money here and people need this. Step number 3, you got to pick a target and market of people right within that niche. So even within the make money online niche, You don't want to adapt the mindset, oh, I'm just talking to everyone that wants to make money online. Or again, right, like my good friend Arnice always says, Steph, when I found you, I found my person. There's a lot of really great people out there doing really great content, getting really great results, making really great money. But there was something about me where when Arnice found me, she was like, I found my person. And that's only because months ago, prior to even knowing that Arnice was a thing, I locked in on the people I wanted to serve so I would know how to talk to them in my content. This is gold, right? This is the money move right here. All of this, these are the money moves, right? And so again, in module number 3, we talk all about, again, understanding your niche, right? Understanding your niche, who you're talking to, who you're building your business for, who you will be showing up for. All the decision making that you do in your business, right? It's not for you. It is for the people that you want to serve, because the people you want to serve have all the dollars that you want in your pocket, in their pocket, right? So all the money you want, there are people out there that have that money. You've got to build a business for them. You've got to speak to them. They've got to know you're speaking to them, right? Because that builds the confidence up for them to want to do business with you. All right. I learned this from Stephen Pierce many years ago. I don't even think he's online anymore. You want to get rich, market to a niche. You want to go broke, market to all the folk. All right. So you've got to develop a business where, again, you know who you are talking to, right? And the next module is building a solid business base, right? It's part of it. Understanding, again, your business model. What kind of business do you want to be a part of? So again, another model is going to help you understand what you want to do with all this information, what you want to do with this entrepreneurial drive that you have. We don't want to just run amok. We don't want to just throw our money about. We don't want to just trust everybody. We want to know that every decision we make, it's backing the direction we want to go, and also the people that we want to serve, right? AKA the people we're building our business for. All right. And so I gave some examples before, and I won't really go in depth, but right, when we're picking our market of people that we want to serve, right, what you want to understand about this, right, is that it's the power of attraction marketing that's working for you. You want to pick your person so that you know how to attract them and the content that you create, right? So without going too deep, in every piece of, like, I know who I'm attracting, like I know who my ideal person is, right? And so in every piece of content that I create, I'm very strategic with how I say certain things, interjections that I make, examples that I make, parts of my life that I share. Clearly, right, there's a lot of things that I could share, excuse me, that I don't share because it's not relevant to my person. Excuse me for a second. A good thing I had the coffee because a fire truck was going by at the same time. Nye, can I do both? Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? So in my business, I do both. I sell the course as my main thing up front, but then I also offer services on the back end. I build people's funnels, right? I build people's email marketing systems. I do mentorship, right? Like, so yes, I do affiliate marketing, right? But here's the thing. I know the direction of my business, and I know what drives my business. And the only way I know what drives my business is because I know who my business is for, right? And so like in my business, again, we'll dive deep here if we have to. Thanks for the question. I don't do one-on-one coaching or mentorship with people that don't have the course. Why? Because if you don't have the course and you don't know digital marketing, you don't have the foundation, I'm going to spend so much time, right? And you're going to pay me a lot more than $500 for me to teach you all these things. So strategically, I only mentor people, and I will only work with people, right, on a one-on-one basis, right, that actually have access to the course, because that way I can say, right, that's where you're going to go to learn your foundation, right, and then I can help you clean things up, finesse things, gain clarity. So again, everything in my business is so strategic. And again, you learn that, right? I don't have a stand store. I don't have a beacon store. I don't have a link tree. I'm very directional with what I sell, which is why I sell what I sell in the volume that I sell it, because I'm very intentional with what I'm trying to help people do. One of the reasons I even stopped selling a lot of like digital marketing guides is because I realized it still left my ideal person with questions. They're never going to learn what they're going to learn in this course by just buying a $59 ebook, right? That's going to help them model the ebook. Because the best they'll do is model the ebook and still not know all this foundational stuff. So do you see what I'm saying? Like when I say I walk the walk, I've given my business these considerations. There's a reason why I don't sell certain things in my business, is because I know that my ideal person has a ton of questions. They need clarity. They need guidance. They need instructions, right? They need the mentorship. And I know that even though it might only be a $59 purchase, it's $59 lost if they're no better off. Y'all, I just dropped the mic again. I don't care if it's only $59. You're still lost, and that money is a loss to you if you're no better, right? So again, you understand learning all these things is not just to say we're checking off boxes and learning them. It's literally to help you make way better decisions inside of your business. You will be far better off if you understand all these things and know why you're doing everything inside of your business. And I literally make way more money because I focus on selling the thing every single day in everything that I do. So again, people that, like, for lack of better words or phrase, that want what I have in terms of like the results, they know why they've got to buy the course and they're not confused. I hope that makes sense, you guys. Like, let me know, right, if that was helpful. There's not a lot of people out there talking these things, right? They're just trying to get the sales by any means necessary, right? By giving people a gazillion options, right? It does not truly serve people. It just leaves people, right, if anything, a little bit more bitter because they still can't figure it out. I don't care what money you invest. There should be an element of, I figure I'm a little bit closer. There should be an element of A to B, right? And that the thing you purchased really was a bridge, all right? And so you want to pick your targeted market of people. That can be baby boomers. That can be Gen Xers that are in like their midlife, right? That can be people that are brand new to the thing, brand new to making money, brand new to losing weight, right? Brand new to fixing their credits. Maybe you're teaching the fundamentals, right, of how to build and to begin to restore your credit. It could be retirees because you know what it feels like to be approaching retirement and to not have the funds. And that's why you came online, right? You could be a nurse where you worked all these years and you never even considered your retirement until you could barely walk anymore. And then you were like, I got to retire, but I have no money. So you came online to find something to help you build a business so you can begin stacking these coins. If you have gone through that, if you've been an overworked nurse, you didn't save, right? But you physically cannot do what you did anymore. And you came along. Do you really think that you're the only nurse in that situation feeling that kind of way, in the dire need that needs to learn a skill to make money from the comfort of their home as well? No, right? So if that person is you, right, then you owe it to the next person that's going to come along in your exact same situation and needs a tour guide. You owe it to them, right? So when you decide to pick your targeted market, oftentimes when we are first getting started, our targeted market are people that are either a lot like us as we're starting, or if you have some experience and you've made some headway, your targeted person, right, is where you were when you started. That's why you can be a tour guide. Makes sense? Like, that's why you can be their tour guide, not their salesperson, but their tour guide. All right. So again, those first initial modules will help you really begin to dial in. And when you have questions around this, you just pop on office hours on Tuesdays and you ask questions, right? And I will help you gain clarity, right, around these things so that you can move forward with confidence. Step number 4, right? You're then going to decide on the problem you want to solve for them. All right. So again, once you establish who, right, now you can say, this is the problem I solve for them. Right? Because if they can hear you, again, when our niece found me, I became her person because I began to check off all these boxes. Our niece knew I was talking to her and she knew what problem I solved for her. Therefore, she was confident in buying my thing because she knew the problem that she wanted solved would get solved. Right? I'll expand this a little bit more. As you heard me say, I have other services in my business. One of those services is building funnels for people. Right? So as people come through the course, there are some people that don't want to build their funnel. I'll build it for them, right? For an investment. Our niece was one of those people, right? I built her funnel. I asked just a few questions, right? So I know what I'm doing. I deliver her funnel to her and she says, you're the first person that caught my vision. because I built her funnel literally to represent her brand. From the color she told me ever to represent her brand, the fonts, everything. Right? How could I do that? Again, not only did I ask a couple of questions, but I called somebody into my world that I already know what she's about based upon the messaging that I share. Right? So again, when you can solve problems for people and they know that you can solve the problem, they'll pay you confidently. Do I need to say that again? They'll pay you confidently. So I love sharing things like this because it means that for anyone that's having a struggle with getting people to pay them and getting people to buy from them, can't you see why? Just me breaking down this, are you already seeing like, okay, I get it. Like if you've been on the struggle bus, like there's clearly gaps and holes that you need to fill in. Or if you're just getting started, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful that I'm going to get off to a very like clear start. I'm going to know exactly what to do. Right? And so you want to know exactly how you help them, because when you know exactly how you help them and you convey that in your business and in everything that you do, guess what? They can hear you. And that's when the debit cards come out. Y'all, this is why people tell me all the time, Steph, I knew I was going to buy your course before I even left your video. So before they even went to GoProWithSteph.com, they already knew they were going to buy the course just from my video. And I have the footprints to prove it, right? From the time they opted in to they became a buyer within minutes. Y'all, that can be your reality as well. All right? But that's why we have to take these steps so seriously. That's why we can't skip through things. That's why we can't have an I know it all mindset or already know that mindset. Because if you knew it all, you likely wouldn't have to be here. If you knew it all, you likely would be making all the money you want to make or off to a really, really great start and feeling confident about your earning potential. But again, so many people are struggling because they're more focused on the vehicle, right, than they are what it actually takes to drive that vehicle, right? And that's all within here. All right. So you have to decide upon the problem you want to solve for them and think about the problem you solve for them in a couple of ways. All right. A bridge. So like they're right here, right? They're like, Steph, you know, if I was a credit professional and let's say my person was someone that's like my goal, my ultimate goal, right, is to raise my credit score to a 750 because I want to buy a house or whatever, right? Is raised to 750. Steph, this is where I am right now. Like I have so much bad stuff going on. I don't know what to tackle. Like, do I, pay the creditors? Do I just let it, discharge? Like literally don't know. They don't know. A bridge for them could be something as simple as first steps to fixing your credit. Know exactly what to do, right, with the items on your credit right now. Can you see how someone that's like, literally, I don't know. All I know is it's a complete mess. That a guide or a workshop or a tutorial would be an excellent first step and a bridge. Because then you would be moving them from, I don't know, to I know exactly how to handle these guys. I know exactly the letter I'm going to send them, or I know exactly how, right, to organize how I'm going to attack all this. You actually have moved them also to a level of confidence where now they can say, I don't have to settle for bad credit. I don't have to settle for not being able to buy a house, right? Because Steph came along and she gave me the confidence that I can tackle all of this, right, in a systematic way. Are you guys getting this? So you have to know the problem that you solve, because when people can hear that you solve it, they'll buy from you. That's why people buy the course from me. Because they understand the problem. Why do you think I'm willing to go live like this and to break down the steps and to teach you in a way where I could be charging for this? Right? Because when we know better, we can do better. Right? When you know better, you can have more confidence that you need to get the right information in your hands so that you can begin making the proper strides in your business. All right? Yes, arm them with knowledge and confidence. That confidence piece, we cannot say enough about it. because so much of the buying decision comes from a place of confidence. Y'all, and we do that. As the individual marketer, we are the ones that do that for people. Right? We give them the confidence to say yes to us. We give them the confidence to pay us. You can't move in that kind of way without arming yourself with this, because the likelihood is you don't know you need this, which is likely why, if you've been struggling, that you've been struggling. Because there literally is a certain way to do business, right? That's going to allow you to call in way more people, right, that are ready to pay you, and not looky-loos, and not people that don't have the money, and not people that are not ready, but people that are ready to be empowered, and the confidence you give them empowers them to say yes to whatever it is that you're selling, right? You guys, look at the title. Anyone can start digital marketing with this plan. Am I lying? Am I lying? Anyone. I just believe if anyone had this, like, as their first steps to what it takes to make money online, I think so many more people, right, would be off to a great start and can begin confidently working and putting together a plan and actually making money. I made money. I made sales in my very first 30 days online because somehow I just knew, right, that I had to do certain things and show up in a certain way and act a certain way and create in a certain way to create sales. And I did those things. And in 17 years, those have steadily been the foundation of anyone that's successful online. Most people just move too fast, again, trying to make money, and they never learn. All right. Number 5. All right. Number 5, decide on what you will sell them. All right. Decide on what you will sell them. You guys, the way that I like to think about, if you are ever thinking like, well, what should I sell them? What would be a heck yes to them? What would be that thing where if you waved a magic wand, they would be like, that's the outcome that I want. So let's go back to that example of the credit, right? Don't you believe like that kind of solution, no matter how I packaged it, would be a heck yes to the person that's like, I need to fix my credit because I want to buy a house. But literally when I look at my credit, I don't even know. I don't even know what I should do, what I should touch. Well, when you get this, you're going to know what to do. You're going to know what to touch. You're going to know who to call. You're going to know what to do first and what to do next. Do you not think that a digital product that answered those questions would be a heck yes to them? So again, let's go back. When you know them, right? So do you see how this person that you know, that's like, I don't even know, is different than I help people fix credit? Because this person that doesn't know, you can literally sit down and literally visualize them doing exactly what I was doing. I don't even know. So you can speak to them where they can hear you. Now, if you're trying to speak to everyone conceivable that has bad credit, you might move more in a space of facts, but you're not emotionally talking to them. When you know that this person's like, I don't even know, guess what you can do? You can show up on video and you can be like, I know you're probably sitting there like, I don't even know. And they're like, oh my gosh, how does she know me? How does she know me? Because I'm only trying to talk to the person that doesn't know, that's frazzled, right? And not the person that might, I don't know, be ready to add lines of credit. I'm not talking to that person. I'm talking to the person that's literally, frazzled. So now when I show up on video, I can mock them, right? I know you're probably, and they're like, oh my gosh, she knows me. I gotta get this thing because she created it for me. Again, when I used to teach consulting and product creation, these were the things I used to drop, right? I'm buying from her because she knows me. All right. So when you think about the thing you want to sell them, in your mind, you're like you just got to be stupid. I never call anyone stupid, but that's my mindset. When I send emails out, and no one think any differently of me, I'm just going to be real. Because again, this thought process, I believe, helps you make more money, right? It's like when I send my emails, every time I hit click, especially when I know it's like I nailed it, I'm like, they'd be like, if they don't buy, they should just get off my email list, right? Like that's my mindset, because it's like, how can I make it any more clear, right? And if they can't see it after this, they're not the person. And while that might be true, of course, I don't want them just off my email list, But do you see how when you have, a heck yes offer and you're putting it out there in a heck yes way, you're like, of course people are going to buy. And if everybody doesn't buy, like, I don't know what their problem is, right? Do you see how that kind of energy, it calls in customers, it calls in your buyers, right? I'm not fearful. I'm not doubtful. I'm not wondering if this thing is going to help people. I know it's going to help people. That's why what I sell is a heck yes offer. It's a heck yes package. Again, for my ideal person though, right? So again, that's how, right? The Arnesis can be like, I found my person because she heard herself and she saw herself in my messaging. She likely felt like I was talking directly to her, as I hear from so many people. And it's because, again, when I'm envisioning who I'm helping, I'm envisioning their mental state. I'm envisioning them, being like at their wits end. Like I'm envisioning them tired of all the BS that's out there and just wanting to find someone that's willing to be truthful and honest and real. Another reason why people say things like, you're so genuine, right? Someone recently left a comment that said, there's something about you, right? And then someone left another comment that says, yeah, I agree with you. I watch other videos, but I always come back. I've designed it that way. I've set up my business that way. And guess what? Y'all in the live chat, you guys out there in the live, watching the replay, you can do the same thing as well. You can do the same thing as well. Making money online begins to be just a bit easier, right? When you take the time to learn all these things and write this down, to do business in a certain way. And that's all this is you're deciding to do business in a certain way. All right. So when we talk about what we're going to sell them, just real quick, in this instance, you can decide, again, you're going through the course and you're like, well, this course makes the perfect sense. Like, I want to learn how to make money online. I'm learning. This is the perfect thing to sell other people, right? That want to learn this as well. And I'm excited to start talking about this. That's one aspect, right? Because we give you the license to sell this course as your own, right? And another aspect could be something else. Maybe you want to create your own course. You want to create your own digital guide or your own digital ebook. You want to create your own coaching offers, your own power calls, your own consults, right? Your own digital downloads, your own trackers, right? Guess what? In our course, we also teach you that. So again, this is not a course about selling a course. If you were like, yes, Steph, I've had this passion on my heart and I want to create a course around this. Or Steph, yes, I want to create that guide to help that frazzled credit person understand their first steps. You'll learn exactly how to create a digital product in our course. You'll learn how to create a written digital product and you'll learn how to create a video-based digital product. So you can, go with whatever path suits your fancy and you'll know how to do it. And then deeper in our training, you'll learn how to launch it. You'll learn how to begin marketing it. And again, you've already established your niche. You've answered all these important questions. So now you're empowered to move forth in such a way where you have a banger on your hands, right? Your person is actually already out there waiting for you to launch this thing. You just don't even know. Just like our niece was already out there. I didn't even know, right? But when I launched this business for myself, she was already out there. And because I tailored it for her, when our niece finally came along and discovered me, she knew. She knew. I really hope this is helping you guys. I'm telling you, negate this, right? And making money online is going to be so much harder for you. Take all of this in, right? Change your life. Change your life. Write your own ticket. Write your own check. Seriously. Start making money this month. Seriously. Especially if you want to sell the course as your own, because there's nothing for you to create. And if you want to create a digital product, you can learn that quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right. Number six. Ooh. Create an automated system. All right. So we don't want to just sell the thing we're selling. All right. So again, how anyone can start digital marketing with this plan. You should not start your digital marketing journey without an automated system that's both building your email list, okay, which is your long-term asset, and it's also selling for you in an automated fashion. This is how sleep money happens. Or if you're working a 9-to-5 job right now, how you begin to do all these things and you can begin to build your email list, attract prospects or future buyers, and make sales while you're working, while you're sleeping. This is how I wake up to leads. That's how I generate leads all throughout the day. It's how I can make sales 24/7, 365, no matter what my state is, no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, because of an automated system. Okay. An automated system is probably the closest thing to magic in your business, But again, you have to learn how to set that up, right? So again, in our training, we have 3 modules that walk you through how to set up automated systems. All right. If you want to use StandStore, that option is in there. If you want to create your own funnel from scratch to sell whatever you want to sell, we have training to help you in doing that. And if you want to sell this course as your own, we have training in a module that walks you through step by step exactly how to create a sales system to sell this course. Okay. Down below in the description, goprowithsteph.com. That is the sales system that I walk you through getting set up for yourself. So imagine having that baby working for you. Okay. Clearly it's tested, it's tried, right? Like I can call that funnel a 5-figure a month funnel because that's what it does for me. And what's even bigger than 5-figure a month, and I know we're very money motivated, right? We want to make the money. But what's bigger than the 5 figures a month is it grows my greatest asset, which is my email list on a daily basis. Right? That's what that can do for you. And that's what you learn how to set up. Right? So again, so many people struggle here, right, with getting their digital marketing business started because they never learn the tech. They never learn automated systems. They never learn how to create email marketing routines and strategies, right, and automations. They never learn how to set funnels up, how to have sales pages working for them 24/7, 365. So many people out there, you guys, don't even know how to effectively leverage payment processors, right? So many people out there are assuming the risk for their pay plans, not even knowing that you can use Afterpay, Affirm, and Klarna, and that they will handle your payment plans for you and allow you to collect all the money up front, even when you give people the opportunity to do payment plans. All of that, right, is waiting there for you in terms of automation. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Let me give you this example of automation. Last Thursday was an evening that my husband was off. Was it last Thursday? Yes, it was last Thursday. And I remember something in me said, Steph's like, sit down and draft out your email for Thursday night conversation, right? So I drafted it out, I scheduled it, and I even scheduled the email that was like, I'm going live, right? So that email is fired to go off at 9 o'clock, right? And I scheduled all of those. And I was like, oh God, now I can just sit back and relax. I go into my bedroom, right? And my husband's looking up tickets for Deadpool. Who went and saw Deadpool? Loved the opening scene. But he was getting tickets, right? And he's like, oh, but I forgot you go live. And I'm like, no, what time? So we ended up catching, right, a 6 o'clock show, 6:30 show. And we were home by 8:30. And as I'm sitting in the movie theater, not only did I make money while I was there from people that purchased from me, but I had so much confidence in knowing at 7 o'clock, the emails automatically going to go out to my list, letting them know that that Thursday night conversation is happening at 9. And even if I barely get home for 9 o'clock, there's another email that's going to automatically go out and let them know, hey, we're live at 9 o'clock. You guys, that's the power of automation. Are you getting this? Right? I do this with sales emails. I do this with promos that I run, right? Like that's the power of all of this. You set these systems up for you one time and they can work for you over and over and over again. So much of my automated system works without me doing anything. But then there's other things that I do that I can do it once and schedule it, right? And then go do other things, knowing that everything that I need to happen will happen without me having to be there in real time. All right. And again, within our training, not only do you learn automation, you learn over the shoulder exactly how to get automation set up inside of your business. All right. So if you've ever struggled with your email automation, right, your funnels, sales pages, all of that, right? If you're on my email list right now, everything you've experienced and are experiencing, you're going to learn exactly how to do that, right? Step by step through this training. That alone to me is so worth the training. Because I know there are so many people that have given up on their dreams of making money online because they just have not learned the tech for one reason or another, or they're just deathly afraid of it. And there's no reason because you're not going at it alone. It is all here for you to learn. All right. The next step, number 7, is you're going to pick a content or social platform where billions of people already are. All right. You got to pick a platform. where you're going to do what I'm doing right now. You might not do what I'm doing, right? But you got to pick a platform where you're going to create content and begin to call in the targeted people that you establish are here to help, right? That could be videos, live streams, social media posts, faceless content, reels, carousels, stories, right? Pick a platform, and all you got to do is pick one, all right? The reason you want to do this is because no matter what platform you pick, there are already billions of people out there waiting on those platforms. And I guarantee you a percentage of those people are your ideal people, right? They don't know you yet, and you don't know them yet, not in that true sense. You know them, right? But y'all haven't connected yet. So what digital marketing is, okay, if you get nothing out of today, get this, because you'll understand the importance of all of this. You're here as the brand. Okay, Manifest with our niece is here. All right, she's done the work and she knows the people, the women, whoever she wants to call in, who she's talking to. Maybe there are other jobbers like her, and she wants to help them get free of their job and learn how to, manifest through a business. Right? They're over here. She's here. All right. This big space in between is YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn. All right. All of that's right here. What digital marketing does for us is it allows us to pick a platform, create content on that platform where billions of people already are, and the content connects us, right? So you see there's a huge space between us as individual brands and the people we want to serve by picking a platform that brings us one bit closer. And then by creating content on that platform, as people begin to consume content, those that want to consume the kind of content you're creating at some point, right, they'll become aware of you. So your content, what you do on a daily basis, is what connects the two of you, right? That is how, again, our nieces show up in my business, because I create content. And while she was on YouTube searching for money-making stuff, possibly, my video popped up and she decided to watch it. And then I'm believing her search was over, because then in my business, she appeared. Are you guys getting this? Are you seeing why these things are so important? And more importantly, how they work for you, right? When I say things like you've got to be a prolific force, you've got to be consistent, you've got to be persistent. Once you start creating content, you can't stop. Content becomes your job, right? Like your 5-figure months ride on the content that you create, right? So when you look at my business, you're like, Steph, you're consistent. No, it's not that I'm consistent. It's that I have a 5-figure month business I'm supporting, right? I don't show up and go live, upload my content, post in my YouTube community, right? I don't have that business. I have the business because I do those things. Because by doing those things, it connects me with all of the buyers, right, that have yet to buy from me, but that will buy from me. They just don't know me yet. And they can't get to know me without my content. Yeah, that's all that really needs to be said to understand what we've got to do and why we've got to do it and why we can't give up and why content has to be the thing that we focus on all throughout the week, no matter what our schedules look like. All right? So you're going to pick a platform. Again, billions are already there, okay? Some stats to get you excited. On YouTube alone, there's 2.7 billion people that consume on average 49 minutes a day. Don't tell me the people aren't out there. Don't tell me that whatever it is that you want to sell, there are not people out there that are searching for the solution. Don't tell me that, and don't lie to yourself about that. All right? You just got to get better, right? By learning these things. Now on the socials combined, there's 5.1 billion that spend on average 140 minutes a day, right? Scrolling, sending memes, sending reels, right? Clicking, scrolling more, whatever, right? They're there. That's how you have women that have popped up, learn digital marketing, right? Do 3 reels a day and, are doing 10, 15, 20, $30,000 a month. Some have done $1 million in a year. Some have done 6 figures within 4 or 5, 6 months, right? Is because they're out there doing the content and they honed in on these things that I talked about. It's not mystical. It's not magical. It's not reserved for the people you think it's reserved for. I don't care who you are, where you are, the color of your skin, what you think about yourself, right? You can decide to flip the switch and command, right, your share of these results for yourself. Whatever it is that you want, right? You can decide to learn this stuff, begin to do these things to get the results that you desire. All right. So once you're set up, and even before you're set up, you can get out there and begin creating content. But you're going to choose a platform. It only takes one. I do 5 figures a month from YouTube and building my email list from YouTube. I don't make money on Facebook. I don't make money on Instagram. I don't make money on TikTok. I don't make money anywhere else. I create content on YouTube, following everything I talked about here. From there, I build my email list. A percentage of people buy directly from my content, and another percentage buy because of the emails they receive. Can it be any easier? Like literally. I'm not running ads. I'm not cold calling people. I don't have a sales team. I don't live in my DMs. I'm not answering a gazillion emails a day. When you get precise with all these things that I just broke down, again, it literally is you calling in your buyers. Selling's hard for people because they are trying to sell. Selling gets easier when you set your business up to call in the people that are out there ready to buy from you anyways. They just don't know you exist. All right. Now, write down this 4-part formula. Again, anyone can start digital marketing with this plan. Now, this formula right here is your lifesaver. This allows you to overcome any isms and schisms about, but I can't get out there and start creating content because of whatever. Because every single person out there can begin doing this from the first time you decide to hit whatever marketing platform you're going to leverage. 4-part formula. Okay, it's exactly how I made my first sale in 3 days of being online as a newbie, and how I made 28 sales in my first 30 days. Starting from complete scratch, I knew nothing. Y'all know far more than I did when I got started. You can use this formula. Number 1, here's where I am. You all know where you are. I'm working a job right now that I'm grateful for, right? But I'm ready to check out. Or I'm retirement's coming up and I don't have enough money. I retired and I don't have enough money. I don't want to go work at Walmart. I don't want to go do XYZ, right? This is where I am. Here is where I am. 4-part formula, okay? This is where I'm going, right? Like the only reason I came online looking for a way to make money online or looking for a way to turn my knowledge into a business is because I retired, I don't have enough money, and over the next year, right, my goal is to call in $100,000. My goal is to stack some cash so I can enjoy retirement more comfortably, or so I can retire. So you got to know where you're going, right? Because again, our niece was only on YouTube searching because in her mind, she's going someplace other than where she is. If she didn't want to go any place, she wouldn't be searching. She would just be okay, right? So everyone, do you agree? You know where you are. You know where you want to go. When I got started, I knew where I was. And I knew that I wanted to learn making money online so that I could make this my new way of life, so I could fulfill my entrepreneur dream. I believed I could be boss free one day. I believed that I could replace that income, right? And so that's what I shared. Nothing fancy, nothing over the top, no income claims, no hyping people up. It was about me. Here's where I am. This is where I want to go. The 3rd part of the formula. Okay, this is what I'm using. This is the vehicle that I'm using to help me get there. I invested in this course because I don't know how to make money online. I never learned these skills, but I know there's a boatload of people out there making a boatload of money. And if they can do it, I can do it too. So I'm using this course to, number 1, teach me how to make money online, teach me how to get set up, and to help me get out there and to use these interwebs, right? So that I can make the money I need to make for XYZ, or so that I can do whatever your thing is, right? And then part 4, you can share what you're excited about. Again, I'm so excited because I didn't know a course like this existed. I didn't know a person like this existed. I didn't know, someone like me could learn these things, right? I was inspired by the video I saw because I saw someone that looked like me, that sounded like me, that made me believe in myself, right? And so I decided to take a chance on myself. And this is what I'm using, right? That's the 4-part formula, you guys. You do that, you can start making money, because that's exactly what I did. And if you really listen to my content now, it's still what I do, right? I just come from, I'm supposed to be here to teach, right? Like that's what my work is. I teach. But you still hear so much of, right, those things in my content. But if you're brand spanking new and you feel like I have nothing to share, you're not please write this down as a reminder. You're not expected to be a guru. You're not expected to know it all. You're not expected to be an expert. You're not expected to be a coach. You're not expected to be someone's mentor. If you can just be their tour guide, if you can just accept the fact that you do know a little bit more than they do, even if what you know is the fact that I now have a vehicle and you're out there searching for one, right? Nana boo boo, right? I have a vehicle, you don't. Come borrow my vehicle, right? Come use my vehicle, right? Maybe you're that credit person, right? Hey, use this guide. I was like you one day, right? Didn't know what I was going to do. And someone else came along and taught me what to do. I did it for myself, right? Or I'm building my credit now. It's working for me, right? This will work for you too. I'm telling you. You guys, that's all marketing is. That's all reels are. That's all videos are. That's all live streams are. That's all social media posts are. That's all they've got to be. Because what people really are looking for out there is a tour guide. Because there are so many people that purchase the course, and while my mentorship element is a huge deal for some people, do you realize there are some people that just want to have confidence in buying from someone, right, that's knowledgeable and that they can trust? But the mentorship element, they don't care about that. So believe it or not, most people are looking more for, I'm going to fork over a whole $500. I want to have confidence that I'm buying something that I know I can use that's going to help me. So the whole idea that you got to be, right, something more, something extra is very false. All you have to do is inspire and empower someone to go for what they want to go for anyways, because remember, they're already out there. I didn't have to pump our niece up. Our niece was already pumped up by her own vision for what she wanted. She just didn't have a solution. Y'all, that was a whole word right there. She just didn't have the solution. She didn't have the piece. Maybe she didn't have the person. So all I had to do was magically appear through my content, but she was already primed and ready. Do you see how much stress that should relieve from you? All you got to do is just create that content and the people are there, right? Create that content because they're already there. All right. So the 4-part formula, I'm telling y'all, work it, work it, work it, work it. All right. Now here's the good news. You don't have to do this all by yourself. All right. Veronica says, how refreshing was it to be reminded of this? Thank you for taking the pressure off that I put on myself, thinking that I had to have this level of understanding. Yes, please, let's write down that 4-part formula, you guys, and post it in your workspace. And a moment of transparency, right? If I'm not transparent enough, y'all, I have to remind myself of this all the time, especially when I'm creating my uploaded content. Believe it or not, I know some of y'all are like deathly afraid of going live. Like, this is my jam, right? I have talking points, but it's like I look and then I come back and flow because I feel like I'm just having a cup of coffee or we're hanging out at a resort, right? And I'm just sharing what I would love to share. But there's something about when I'm like, okay, it's Monday, it's video recording day, and I sit down, right? And I know my husband, I laugh because I know sometimes he's in there like, can you get over this intro? Because usually it's my intro where I'm like, I say it like 50 times. I'm like, that's not what I wanted to say. Why do you think I have to go through that? Because I have to remind myself, Steph, what are you doing? Like, you're not recording a masterpiece here, right? Like, you're not recording. This is not a movie. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, just get into it. I always chuckle because I'm like, I know he's over there thinking like, girl, if you don't just get past this intro, we know your name is your girl, Steph Perez, right? But it's like, I got to fall into my zone that, wait a second, Steph, right? You're just having a conversation with someone that wants to know how you do what you do. Then when I can remind myself of that, then I'm like, okay, Doesn't matter how long I gotta be here. Doesn't matter how long the video is, right? I can say what I need to say. Then I just relax. So when I say, like, write this down and put it in your workspace, it's because if after 17 years, I have to remind myself, right, to just get loosey-goosey and just to let it rip. I know when you guys are all nerved up and you're sweating and, you're finding everything wrong with you, right? I can only imagine, right, what you're going through. You need that reminder. Here's where I am. Here's where I'm going. This is what I'm using, right? And you'd be silly not to use it too. Like, this is just a game changer, right? And starting to work with Veronica, that's exactly what I've started to see more in her content. It's that fun. It's that edginess. It's that, like, I'm just here to tell you what it is and where I'm going. And I'm just, hey, because that is going to resonate with the right person. That's like, I just need someone that's going to tell it to me straight and that's excited about this stuff, right? And just remember, not everybody is someone else's cup of tea, right? So I know it's so hard for you guys to believe, like, I'm going to shock the world right now. I am not everyone's cup of tea. I know. Crazy, right? Crazy. I used to always say that. But there are people out there that really believe, like, I have a monopoly on what I do. No, I am not everybody's cup of tea. There are some people who are like, she is too extra, right? She talks too long. Like, there are a lot of things about me. Her forehead's too big, like, whatever, right? I'm not their cup of tea. That's not my deal, right? I'm here for the Arnices. I'm here for the Veronicas. I'm here for the person that's like, girl, like, I'll sip your cup of tea every day of the week, right? That's who I'm here for. And so what you guys should take away from that is she's right, right? So if I'm putting the pressure on thinking that I've got to be that, because I used to do that, right? With my mentors, when I started getting all polished, I'm like, what am I trying to do? No, not everyone likes, even though I love that mentor, not everybody likes them. And here's the thing, y'all. People can't grow to like you, love you, fall in love with you, be confident in you, if you're not those things to yourself first, if you don't like yourself first, right? If you can't be the first one to laugh at yourself first, right? If you don't love yourself, if you don't have confidence in yourself, how can anyone else have those things in you when you don't have them in yourself first? And when you have those things in yourself, trust me, it shows in your content and the way you be, right? Way differently. Again, which will help you do what? Call in your buyers, right? I see you laughing, Stop from Within Mysteries. So you guys, Digital Profits You and what we have to offer inside our community is here to help you so you don't have to figure out this all by yourself or go on this journey alone. Let me tell you what we have in place to teach you and to support you on this journey. Number one, the training. All right. So you get the roadmap training within our course. All right. You're going to learn the business of online business. You're going to learn digital marketing skills. You're going to learn how to establish your niche, how to establish your target market, how to build a strong business foundation. You're going to learn content and messaging and storytelling. You're going to learn YouTube. You're going to learn Pinterest. You're going to learn Instagram. You're going to learn TikTok. You're going to learn Facebook. You're going to learn AI. You're going to learn how to build your systems and your funnels. You're going to learn how to build a business for the long term, right? By building a base, right, for continuous business, by learning how to implement customer service inside of your business. You're going to get it all. So you could be, Steph, I'm brand spanking new, and you're going to do exceptionally well here because we have everything to teach you from that level. You could be like, Steph, you know what? I've been in the game for a little bit, or I'm an old head. So was I. And what it did for me was it helped me refine my skills. So I went through the course and I began to fill in holes and gaps, right? That allowed me to move into having a consistent 5-figure a month business. I went from having great months, bad months, right? To now it's like the confidence of, hey, I expect 5-figure months. This course helped me fill in those gaps. All right, to have a business with ease and flow and confidence and peace. So no matter where you are, all right, like this course can be the thing that solves whatever challenges have you plugging in right now. That means I'm talking to every single person here, because you would not be wasting your Saturday listening to me, right? If you had it all figured out. So being that you don't have it all figured out, You see what I just did there, y'all? Do you see how I implemented my own training? I used my own training there, or what I taught you guys here today. So because I can confidently say you don't have it all figured out, because I don't waste my time, right? Like I would not be on someone's live stream or anything if I'm like, I had my stuff together. I'm just not. So being that I know you don't have it all together, no matter where you are, right? This is going to help you learn, fill in the gaps, fill in the pieces. Y'all, there were some people that have been out there like creating content, like they've been out there doing stuff, but they haven't had the automation. They haven't had like a business around their content. There are other people that have ideas and haven't started creating content because they haven't known where to start, right? And then there are some people just a hot mess, right? All over the place, just invested into all kind of crazy stuff with no foundation. Doesn't matter where you are on the spectrum, this course, right? Again, this course can be your Huckleberry, okay? Let me know if you know that reference in the live chat, who knows that reference, right? I'm your Huckleberry. First person that tells me, and that's not fair because you're just going to go Google it. Does anyone genuinely know that reference, right? So we have the training. We have the resources. What are the resources, stuff? Have you ever gone through things and you're like, but I still don't understand, right? You're going to know exactly what to use inside of your business. All right. The marketing system, how to set up the marketing system. You'll be introduced to resources and tools, right, to help you in growing your business and putting together your automation. All right. We're talking about done for you emails, right? Done for you funnel, done for you wording, a lot of resources, right, that you can just plug into to make this a ton easier. Your legal pages, all of that stuff, y'all. So this is not just information. I love it. And you know what? You said it with confidence. So Nye, I want you to email me. I'm going to send you something. I'm going to launch this week as a digital product. All right, email me. She said, hello, Tombstone. Too much confidence there. I love it. Oh, man. So you have the resources, all right? And then you also have the instruction. So again, it's not that you're going to invest into something that's like, these are the tools to use, but now not only are these the tools and resources, but this is how. Look over my shoulder, right? And we're going to put together your capture page. We're going to put together your sales page. We're going to put together your order form. We're going to connect all your automations, right? We're going to show you how to get Stripe set up for the first time. We're going to show you how to get all your payment plans set up so that you can extend payment plans to your customers. We're going to show you how to get your email marketing set up. We're going to show you, here's some emails that you can begin using immediately to plug in so you don't have to think about your emails from scratch, right? Like you get the full instructions, all right? And in the modules that are teaching you your marketing systems, you are learning exactly how to navigate that platform. So not only do we have content creation training, right, in the generic sense, so you understand the whole power of content, because no matter what platform you choose, you have to understand content, right, at the foundation level. But then once you choose your platform, right, that training is going to specifically teach you, right, how to navigate Instagram and use Instagram for your business, how to use YouTube and use YouTube for your business, right? I teach a dope strategy in there, right, to help you know exactly what kind of content to begin creating, all right? You're going to learn how to use TikTok, Facebook. Like you're going to learn specifically how to use that specific platform, right? Again, to show up and to create content, to call in your buyers. All right. So the instruction is there. You guys, over the years, I can't tell you how many courses I purchased where it's like, oh, that was really helpful information, right? But if I was a brand new person, I know for a fact there would have been so many things missing where I would have had to have gone out there and figure out like, what do I do now with this? Right? Not with this, right? So you get the training, you get the resources, you get the instruction, right? And to me, like, I think this is the glue that really binds it all together, and you get the mentorship. So every single Tuesday, okay? And I'm one of those people, y'all. I'm not throwing people in a Facebook group. I'm not throwing people into a school platform where people can just post and run them up. I'm not using the community in Kajabi. I've seen and experienced way too much craziness and shadiness in those kind of environments, right? I've shared this before. I've invested into several MRR programs that are out there, and I've seen the shadiness, and it all confirms that I am doing business, right? The best way for the people that I desire to serve, which are grown-up people. All right. We're all grown-ups here, right? And when you have to send messages saying, do not sell to the membership, right? Do not put your offers out there. That is way too much drama for me. Not available for it. Unavailable. So I've chosen a way to support. First off, it started off as my customers. And now I support our customer base. And soon there will be customers that will be helping me support the customer base because they're coming up through the system, they're learning, and they'll be able to contribute as well. Y'all have a vision for this thing. A vision, whole vision. But guess what? Every Tuesday, you get to hop on a Zoom. Private, ask questions, get guidance, get feedback. Right? Get what it is that you need in a lack of better words, in a safe community, right? Where we're all respecting each other and be able to move on and get what it is that you need. That's my alarm. Let's groove. And move on. Y'all, to me, that's the glue. Because I can't tell you how many amazing stories I have of people that came in, got their questions answered, and with confidence could move on to the next steps. Right? And didn't feel stuck and felt respected and felt supported and felt seen and felt heard. Y'all, those two words right there are everything to the world we live in right now. You know, you have those stories of buying, and it's like they were all engaged with you before you bought. And then after you bought, crickets. That's not here. And I pride myself on that because I know what it feels like to feel like you align with someone, but the alignment stopped after the sale and ghost town. I know how important that element is to know you have a place to show up. And here's the thing, right? Can I pick a perfect time to do it? No, but I picked a time, and guess what? Right? My peeps, they decide to take lunch breaks at that time. They decide. Right? They schedule things around that so they can be there if they have questions. Y'all, that's what people, again, that expect to succeed do. If I got a question, well, this Tuesday, I'm taking my lunch break, right? Because I need to get my question answered. They don't expect me to have the perfect time to suit everything. They understand they're running a business, right? And I'll make time to get the questions answered that I need. I'll make time to be there. So that mentorship element, y'all, is everything. Because it ensures you're not in business by yourself. And that as you decide, if you're deciding to grow a reseller business where you want to leverage digital profits you as your product and your community to sell to others, guess what you get to do? You get to sell training, you get to sell resources, you get to sell instruction, and you get to sell mentorship as well without you having to be the mentor when you're first getting started. And to know it's all safe, it's respected, right? And the only mission here is to help people. All right, why? I said this other night, because everyone should be earning. We all should be earning. We all should be earning. I so firmly believe that, which is why I do what I do. All right. So you guys, the link is down below in the description. All right. It's like I said earlier, right? If you've been here hanging out, like, I don't know why, if you're not already in, what would be the hesitation? Because if you don't have the answers are here. If you don't have the instructions are here. If you don't have the mentorship, the support, it's here. Right? And if you know you want something more for yourself and you really want to figure this stuff out and you really want to make a real go at this, right? And you want to do something significant over these final 5 months of 2024, right? Then you got to significantly do something different. All right? If you've been hanging out the entire time, I hope you took notes. It's time for you to take action on this. All right, use what you gather here today, what you learn here today, fill in the gaps for yourself and get your plan in motion, especially if you're already in the course and in our community. If you're on the outside right now looking in, all right, allow yourself, all right, to see where you are in all of this, right? And decide to get decisive. Hey, winners are decisive. People that know what they want and say, I'm going for it, decisiveness wins. Get decisive, take action, and never look back except for to say, I'm so glad on that day I started. Because I always post this in my YouTube community, but I so sincerely mean this, is that you would be amazed where you could be 5 to 6 months from now, even 3 to 6 months from now. You would be amazed. And I want to get you speculating and hyped up around this. Because again, like I said at the beginning, knowing what is possible, right, is everything. So you need to know what is possible. You need to know what is at stake. You need to know what you're leaving on the table, right? We're not looking for guarantees. We're looking for opportunity, right? Guarantees, lottery mindset, knowing what is possible and opportunities is the why now, why not me also mentality, right? And hunger. Those are the people that I want to help and serve. If that's you, again, take action. All right. The link is down below in the description. GoProWithSteph.com. If you know you need these things, right, get plugged in. Tuesday, we have office hours. So as soon as you purchase, you'll get access to the course immediately. You begin diving in immediately. You're not waiting for me for anything. Begin diving in. All right. Have your little notebook out. If you have questions, write down those questions and then meet me on Tuesday at office hours and ask those questions. Because hand on heart, not one person has a question on Tuesday that asks it, right, leaves without having their question answered. All right. I don't care how many people are there and what the questions are. Everyone gets their questions answered, period. All right. Because that's the freedom and luxury I have in my business. I could start it at 1 and we could go until we need to stop. All right. At the very minimum, get the information in your hands. All right. GoProWithSteph.com. If you have any questions, feel free to hit reply on any email that you receive from me, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, right? And invite you to get started. All right, y'all, but this is the community where you get it all. All right, to help you in the accomplishment of your online business dreams. I really hope that you guys are leaving better than when you came. Thank you, Veronica. Mic drop. Digital Profits U is phenomenal. We are so blessed to be a part of this community. And I'm so blessed that you guys are a part of this community, right? I had a vision, right? And due to some changes, right, I had to fulfill this vision sooner than I expected, but it has all come together and it's a beautiful thing. And literally it's because of amazing people, right? Like you, Veronica, like you, Arnice, like you guys out there. That's what makes this all beautiful and so worthwhile. All right. Final words in closing. We all should be earning. All right. What are you going to do individually for yourself based upon that? We all should be earning. If I'm earning 5 figures a month, I don't understand, right, why more people aren't getting their share. It's there for you. And I would love to support you on this journey. Right. I hope you're leaving better than when you came. Take action and look so forward to seeing you inside of the community and seeing you on Tuesday for office hours. Bye-bye, you guys.